What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky review, we're going to be taking a look at the next 30-minute missions kit that I did. And I've taken way too long to get around to reviewing. And I'm an idiot because for some reason I was thinking this was a ground type Portanova. I'm stupid. It's a ground type Alto. I even built it and went, yeah, this is a Portanova. So I get for building 3 Portanovas back to back. My brain is just dumb. So we got Alto ground type brown. I mean, there'll be more of them later. In fact, I think there is another one coming in a little bit. But you got brown color scheme here, and as usual, you get them in different forms and stuff like that. This is the base version. Brown square, 30-minute missions, Bandai Spirits logo, Bandai 2020, made in Japan, 30-minute mission triangle. Come to the bottom, you get assembly, Alto, ground type brown, front and rear shot. Hey, look, you can do little things there. Nipper sold separately. Yep. And you've got, look, the head can head bang, the hips can do the thing, and yeah, be Rory Roy. Yo. And then you got, hey, look, it's a bazooka. You can be rearranged. Yep. Cool. I like the underslung look. That's pretty neat. And look, you can put tank treads on the back for reasons. Don't know. You got tank feet, tank knees, and hey, look, you can just make a brown Alto. Yay. Come on to that side, you got number 19 in the line. Alto ground type, repeat of box art. Come around to the back, customize. Decide on a theme for you and your unit. You and your unit. No, that's not what it says. So you can just throw a buttload of parts at it and just make some cool stuff happen. You got option parts set 1, some bits there, and arm, unit, rifle, large claw. That was from the Spacey Boy. You've got 3-year-olds don't like to be run over by Alto ground types, so just be careful where you drive them. No yen cuff because they hate us. I think it was like 12 bucks. It'll go Toy PSPE, and illustration is by Robographer. I slammed that down kind of hard. I apologize. New Alto, not Portanova. Still upside down. Even tank treads can't prevent it. So let's get to it. Alright, so I don't think we did turntable time in a little while, so let's just look at it. Now what's funny is, this guy is just a mass of tans and browns. Kind of reminds me of, in some ways, the, the Zaku Sniper we looked at a while back. Yeah, or even the, so like the Zaku Half Cannon as well. Just all the tans. Definitely a desert type machine. You got the interesting tank backpack look going on there. I couldn't tell you why they did that, but you know, it's a thing it can do. He's got some big hefty armor, and of course I did use my brown panel liner on this. If you wanted to, you can use the gray. You could use the blue too, but that would probably look terrible. Orange, who knows? Obviously I didn't clean it up very well now that I'm looking at it, but hey, it is what it is. This is a very interesting build, especially considering I just built Portanovas, and I'm so dumb, I thought this was a Portanova as well. Like, man, this is a really boxy looking Portanova. It's okay, it's a desert type. Nobody will notice. Ugh, I'm so dumb. Okay, let's take a closer look at it. Okay, so the Portanova boy is definitely interesting. I like that they gave the yellow visor / eye thing in there. Looks really good. And these lights are kind of washing it out. Let me see if I can... Sometimes it makes it have to do that. I might have to color correct it later, but... yeah, it's a slightly darker tan than you're actually seeing. And yes, I realize I'm just turning lights on and off. I should just redo the switch. Anyways, so the head is on a ball joint with the neck hinge, pretty much the same way they always are, so it can turkey neck, can rotate, stare back at its own backpack, which is always fun. Alto shoulders, can do the butterfly thing, though it's really limited. Is what it is. Shoulder joint can go up, can rotate. You're not going to get it with the backpack in the way, but if you utilize that super tight, oh good lord, bicep rotation, you can almost get a high teacher there. And go, let's see how high we can go. That's about it. I ain't gonna push it any further. Also, you got a very loose fitting chest piece here. Like, that is super loose. Like, I knocked that out with almost no force. Seriously, it's weird that these biceps are so freaking tight Also super scary. And single jointed elbow, better than 90 degrees. You got the big fat armor here, which is cool considering you're supposed to be like a tank boy. You do got these interesting hinges here, so you can spin it if you want to. Come down like that, or if you want it to face forward like that, you could do it. It's just kind of however you want, realistically. And you got a brown fist down here. It is on a ball joint. You get the same torso articulation. You can lean forward. Just be careful. You can't do the tilt. They construct the same as the Portanova. Obviously, just the details are different for the unit. You get some interesting new side skirts that wrap all the way around, which is weird, but cool at the same time. Because otherwise you have like these itty bitty ones that are kind of pointless, like little stud earrings. And then you can drop at a hip down, like so. So you can do that number. And then if you move the skirt out of the way, you can get a heck of a chorus line. And a double jointed knee, but with the chunky new armor. You can only go back that far. And let's see what kind of Jean-Claude we can get. His arm's in the way. Jean-Clauderie. Pretty much perfect. Can't get too much better than that. You get the same polycab thigh rotation, which I'm still not exactly a fan of, because it also wiggles a little. It's just weird. I like this new big chunky knee armor. You can always swap it out later, which I'll show off. And then come down to the ankles, same kind of ankle hinge and ball joint that we've got going on here. No toe articulation or anything else like that. Part of me kind of wants to see them do a 1/100 scale of this, but I think at that point they will literally be knocking on the door of frame arms. And considering the way this line is, I mean, I think Kotobukiya would be like, hey, you need to not do that, man. Okay, so just real quick, I'm going to show you how to swap it out for the normal Alto legs. So we want to come down here, yank off the back of the knee, which always sounds terrible. Pull that off. Pull that off. I guess we might as well do both. Make sure I don't lose that. So yoink that off. Oh, the entire leg came off. That's not good. Okay, that's what I wanted. So you just want to reduce it down to, you know, having nothing there. And it does give you full-size leggies. Let me double check, make sure which way is front. Okay. You just pop it on. Oh, it did pop on. It just, no, I didn't feel any connection there. That could be a worrisome deal. So you've got that. Go ahead and slide these boys back up in here. Come on. There we go. And then you have standard knee armor. Maybe it goes this way. Oh yeah, definitely goes that way. I have not done this. I'm just going off of how I know it functions. Now the biggest problem is you only have one set of ankles, so you're gonna have to rob them from here, which is probably, oh, that was way easier than I anticipated. So slap the ankles on there, slap the foot on there. So I wish they would give you a different set. Wow, that all came apart so much more easy than I thought it would. Also, the way that polycap popped out of there was a little disturbing. Okay, so stick that back in there, and now you've got him with normal Alto calves and feet, which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of dumb. But if you want to see the comparison to the red Alto from before, you can see the differences. Of course, they do give you the face mask for this one. Why does he look taller? Are the hips dropped? No. That's weird. Same exact kit from here down. It looks taller for some strange reason. Weird. It's just a feet are in an odd position. I don't know. But these are the small side skirts. Like I said, he does come with those, so if you're down for it, by all means, use those. Now I'm going to swap the legs back. Alright, so I've got him back in normal mode. And then, once again, just for comparison, you see the legs definitely are longer and beefier as they are. Very Zaku-like, if I'm honest, or even Dom-like with the way that back skirt is. Actually, now that I look at that, that's very Sotheby-esque. And the big old chunky feet with the big old nose. Like, I feel like these could go this way if you really wanted to. I like the toe aspect there, but that's clearly not how it's meant to be. Now, with the tank treads, normally you can plug them back here on the backpack. I think you could flip this if you're inclined to do so, like that, if you wanted to have a little bit more, like, just whatever. However you want to do that. I like it either way. And then the backpack is actually interesting in its own right because you can see here it clearly has a hatch and what appears to be front windows. So this is kind of meant to be its own deal in a way. So I guess they want you to... Do I have this the right way? Yeah. I think that in a way you can do this, make your own, like, travel vehicle, though mind you, those posts are kind of in a wonky spot, so I don't know. I think just in combination with God knows what other parts you could throw on this thing, you could really build some interesting stuff. That's one of the main things about this line. So we'll set that aside, and we'll show off the different ways you can combine this to here. One is like so, and you can do kind of like a Lotto or some of those other Gundam kits. I think even one of the other things like the 30-minute mission, not 30-minute missions, Frame Arms has a version of a thing that has tank treads back behind the knees or like that. And of course, like I said, you can lay it down flat if you're interested in doing such a thing. And also, because it's utilizing these clippies, if you wanted to build a cool H-tank situation, you could do that. I still want to find a way to make this sort of work. None of the holes are offset enough that you could like plant this side by side to make it do the thing. And definitely not going to work that way either, or that way. So there's got to be add-on bits here that you can get down the line. So if you're wanting to build a connective tank situation there, you definitely can. Of course, you have hinges on both sides. Now, if you pull these guys off and you come up to, is it? Yeah, it's got to be these parts. So you want to remove those. Come back here. Pull these thingies off the arms, and you plug it there on the bottom, and you can add these to the feeties. Now I thought, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I gotta look in the box again. Could have sworn they gave you multiples of these to be able to have the armor on. Double armor facing forward. So this is what I would call the tank skates, which is pretty neat in and of itself. Except you can't pick these things back up once they're laying flat. And see, look, you can do this. You can add the armor on like that. Add to the tankiness of it. That's pretty cool. It's not bad. So you can do a ton of stuff with this, and of course, if one is so inclined, you can attach it in other ways to other things. Actually, since I have it in this mode so far, I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the alt modes for the tank treads. So you want to yoink those off the back. I'm going to leave the hinge thingies on there for the heck of it. So this is the short stubby legged version. So if you kick the leg back and you've got the knee pad connector there, you just set it down on there like so. And then there you go. There he is with the weird stubby tank leg or tank knees, tanks for knees. Definitely super limited mobility. I don't see the purpose for this, but you know, it's one of the weird customizable ways you can do it. So let's look at the other versions of the tank legs. And something I had not talked about as of yet is the cool bazooka. So you can arrange it in a multitude of ways, I suppose. So if you want to do this, I guess you can do it. Hold on, let's see. So you can do a very different type of gun there, which is weird. You can do that aimed down, actually, if you want. So actually that works out pretty good for other things here. Hold on. So that's there. This is here. I think you can pull, yeah, you can pull this front section off too. Okay, so that's not really any different there. So you can really only rearrange it a few different ways, but that's fine. And it will hold it just like a normal gun. And you can go underslung, you can go over the shoulder, however you want. You know, like this. Maybe if the handle tilted, it would work out nice. Or you just, you know, rotate that around 90 degrees, like so. Which is cool. I realize the camera's still really low. My bad. And then, if you're also so inclined, come back to the backpack, which I think is why I had it the way I did. So if you have it upright like this, go ahead and pull the handle out, and then you can plug that on like so, and you got shoulder mounted, well, kind of shoulder mounted, big old cannon. And then you can sort of hold it. Let's see here. Yeah. So that's pretty neat. I'm trying to remember if that was in the instructions or not. I just realized the instructions are here. Ding. Let's see here. Gotta find one with the proper feet and see if it has the armors. Yeah, because I think it only comes with these two. Yes, it's used in arms. So yeah, that's the dealio. So if you want to do it that way, that's pretty cool. I do wish there was another way to attach these when those are attached to the ground. I mean, you can plug it on the backpack like that, but you're only going to get one for the most part. So that kind of sucks. I wish there were more pegs, as it were. And then I didn't get to it, but there's also the brown Rory Roy. A Rory Roy. It's always weird. Yeah, can't say that word. I make fun of the wife for not being able to say that word, and then I can't say it either. So let's pop this off just for a second and see how the Rory Roy works when attached to the tanky part. Something like that. Yeah, I don't think there's a good way to do that. I don't know where because you can't really attach things properly. I don't know. I feel like there's a good way to do this. I mean, that's definitely like some type of vehicle front, and you just need to figure it out. So I think like it's a really cool idea. I like the idea that, you know, you get the neat tank treads and you can find a multitude of ways to make it work. I just wish there were more options, so to speak. So I mean, like, you can even plug this here, and you know, if there was somewhere lower, you could attach it like that. And of course, like I said, you got the hinge back here, so if you want to drop that down, you can do that. There's a lot of options and not a lot of options at the same time. There's like just 3 fixed ways, at least with what comes in the box. So just find the way that works best for you. It's kind of the best way I can tell you. So that's the one good thing about these things. They're super customizable, as we've seen. And like I said, both limited and unlimited at the same time, which is a contradiction, and I understand. Okay, so if he's got Bazooka up like that, let's do it like this. And I kind of wish that the little hinge guys, these, could connect to the gun. So that'd be fun. I'm just playing with different things now. And do I have that right? Yeah, like that. Okay. So I think some option part sets are probably in my future if I'm going to keep playing with these lines. And like, they're getting crazier and crazier as they go, you know. So let's bring in the last couple we've done. So bring in Porta Nova aquatic type, since we're just covering all these different bases, no pun intended. And then the Porta Nova spacey type, which I like the space type. Though what's funny, I could actually attach some of the tank treads to these hinges and stuff like that. So, and even like here on the crotch if I really wanted to. That's the kind of the fun part. Now I just have legs all about. And then, just for the heck of it, I Porta Nova And I'll throw the red Alto back here, just so we have all my 30-minute missions as they are. So, let me know what you guys think down below. And of course, if you have more custom versions of this, or any ideas of what you've done with yours, let me know, and maybe we'll show them off in the Discord. And that's going to be it, guys. So come back later for other reviews. I need to get some more of these. And there's so many new things coming with dioramas and stuff like that. I need to check them out. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, as always, to keep on building.